Hey guys, this is Goku, and on this channel we talk about poker and we try to improve our game with various different solutions that are out there. We've tested quite a few of them already. Now we're testing GTO Wizard and we're doing some drills. I just finished playing another session and I'm gonna jump straight into this one, and we're continuing playing the BB defense because we need to get the score up. It's not very good, so let's go. A7 off versus cutoff open. I think it's mostly a call. 28% of free betting we see, and we check it, and I think with A7 we should call one bet, so we're gonna call it. Now we pick up a gut shot. Is this a spot where we could sometimes lead? Well, we don't pick up a gut shot, we pick up an open-ender actually. So I'm gonna try betting here. We get called, and queen on the river means now let's see here. Means we're gonna give it up, and the villain had pocket sevens. Let's see here on the turn. It's a check 57% of the time. Small bet 25%, and I think that was 2/3 of the pot. No, it's half pot bet 17% of the time. And on the river, wait. Yeah, on the river, it's a 39% check, 52% bet 10%, and then bet 60% of the pot, 7.8%. So yeah, I'm not doing this 10% bet. Maybe I should, but I suppose 10% bet is getting called here. And all the ace king, ace queen, ace jack, ace x's probably are calling as well. I'm not sure what this bet achieves. It's not falling out any hands that beat us probably, but I could be wrong. Let's move on. Ace 10 off versus a low jack open. I think mostly a call, a little bit 3-betting. We check it on king 10-6 with 2 spades, and we call it. Ace on the turn, we check again, 100%, and versus a third pot bet. I think we ought to raise here, but how much? We're gonna raise pot. We get called. 7 of hearts on the river. Now do we shove it? I think we check it here a lot. Nope, we don't check it a lot, but we're gonna call the bet, obviously. And yeah, my intention with the check is to induce, but we see the solver doesn't like to induce here. Let's see first the action on the turn. So 60% of the time the solver is calling here. 38% it's raising way more than we raised, so we raised the pot, or almost the pot, and the solver's raising more than that. But we can see the EV of these options is the same, so I don't think there's anything wrong with betting how much we bet. So it's just the fact that the solver is using a different frequency here, and that is it. The rest of the actions are fine. And well, maybe on the river, let's go to the river. On the river we can see that the solver is very rarely checking. It's rather betting 2/3 of the pot or shoving all in. And I guess it makes sense because there's a lot of hands that the villain's calling with that we beat, and that he's probably checking behind. Yeah, if you think about it, yeah. And well, if we check call, then we're only letting him, well, induce, we're trying to induce a bluff, but also yeah, we're letting him check behind with all the hands that we beat and that he's gonna call with now. So yeah, now I think it's better to bet here than to check call. But let's move on. 10-5 is a fold 53% of the time, so we should be calling here, versus button open half of the time. 6-3 versus button limp. It's a check. We hit top pair. Is this one of those spots where we bet, or maybe we go for a check raise? Yeah, it's a spot where we bet, but now we check. Now we're gonna bet 2/3, and we're gonna bet small on the river. Let's see here on the flop. It's a 50-50, so bet 1/3 and check. And on the turn, it's overbet 98% of the time. At least that's what the solver's doing. And the EV of all the actions is very, very similar, so not much here. And well, one more thing, and on the river, it likes to bet third pot rather than this small bet. I try to get fancy a little bit with my betting and use this 10% sizing, which I'm not using. Jack 7 off versus hijack open. It's a fold, but yeah, not 100%. So I did have some inclination in my head that we should call here sometimes. 36% of the time to be exact, but okay. Pocket 7s versus a limp. That's an all-in, I think. And we call by jacks, so not the best day, but we see the solvers doing an all-in and raise to 5.5 BBs, 50-50 pretty much. Ace 10 suited versus an open. We're gonna 3-bet because we don't often do that, and we see the solvers not doing 3-bets here with Ace 10 suited, which is interesting. We're gonna see why in a moment, but let's think what we do on 10-7 deuce. I think we bet a quarter, get called, 3 of diamonds on the turn, and we're gonna bet half pot to set us up for a shove on the turn on the river, get called once again, and we shove it on the river and get called by kings. So yeah, it happens, but we see the EV is similar, but for some reason the solvers are only calling here 100% of the time with Ace 10 suited. Okay, let's go to the next one. King 10 off versus low jack open. is a call. 8-7-3 on the flop, we're gonna check it and fold to a full pot bet. 9 deuce off is a fold. 7-3 off, fold. Ace 5 versus under the gun +1. I'm gonna call this like 100%, and it is fortunately 100% call. We're gonna check on 9-8-7 and fold to a full pot bet. Good. 9-4, Queen 4 off is a fold versus a shove from the cutoff. Ace Jack suited is gonna be a raise 4. It's not. At least the solver's not doing that. And on 10-10-6, it's gonna shove. But we see the solver is checking. What? No, that cannot be true. So if we have a 14 big blind stack in a tournament and there's a limp from low jack, we should just check. That cannot be right? And as we can see, the EV is almost the same, but yeah, makes no sense to me or for me, but okay, let's move on. Let's fold this one and fold this one as well. King 9 suited on 14 BBs is also a fold. Queen 4 off is a fold. 10-4 versus a limp is a check and is a bet. On the flop we get a fold. Queen 7 is a fold versus button all in, and this is gonna be our last hand. 5-4 off is a call versus button open. We check it on Jack 10-6 and we fold to a bet. So that's it. Let's stop the session. Our GTO score is improving, but it's still far from being great. I think there's a lot of work still ahead of us to improve our game from the blinds, but I'm really enjoying playing or practicing this with the GTO Wizard. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a comment below, subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.